Hello there. What's everyone doing today? We got a new feature up in the corner there. Oh, they're going. Calibrating. Use. Not working today. Let's see how Lake Ender is doing. Close to that. We are definitely filling up. This is where it cleans it up. Yes. No question is here. Am I going to have a problem with the height of the water source for this versus the height of the dam? Am I going to have to modify the water source? Which I do not presently have capable of doing so. What am I going to do? Ooh, dams we created there. Maybe I smoothed it from that side. All right. All right. Hey, it switched back to color finally. Yay! Problems keep with that color or black and usually black and white in my headset just do a thing. Good. That's good. Yeah, I don't. go about spill into that. And I kind of want to. That's going to slow down filling this stuff. And again, we got to fill in all that. That bridge has completely disappeared now. Wow. I don't want that. If it goes down there, right there. Hoping that I've got everything set up good on that print. This is going to be my first attempt at the organic tree supports. Let's go back into eventually all crops. New connector cool. Link connector anymore? That could be problematic. Probably gonna add. We did add a second here. Really kind of high. Still need a lot of uneducated and poorly educated jobs. Tons of commercial or industrial jobs. To get on money. Looks like the main thing we could really use is the commercial. I feel like this is gonna. Let's go ahead and actually do that. I like the way that fits in there. That fit. Excuse me. Fixing a window. Spot for that too. Yeah. here. Out getting the stencil that I made today to its owner. Chip Seal is a local band, Greencastle, Indiana. I've not personally heard any of this band's stuff. However, I've been friends with one of the band members for 25 years. Used to roadie for a band that he had back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm going to assume by the cross on it that this band is a Christian rock band, which is a departure from his previous works. Is the band that I know him from was more influenced by Guar, other things, but going from a band similar to that is inspired by Guar to a Christian rock band, that's oh. The doesn't clear that. Oh my god. Their park. Let's take a quick peek over at the lake. Is it continuing to rise? Just under 2.5 hours on that plate. Well, we've been, now that we're going through and doing this, again, that'll allow us to say, okay, we have trees in the water again, so water level is still properly rising. Howdy, Dream. How you doing today? Also, cheers. You like the new camera up in the top corner? Oh no! Whatever will you do? Have you tried repairing game files and reinstalling and all that? I'm assuming you're using Steam. Um, I'm using Game Pass still. Since it's on Game Pass, I am now dedicated to Game Pass Ultimate. I see no point in buying the game unless I want to start buying DLC for it, which I do believe I can buy the DLC without having to buy the game since I'm on Game Pass. What, reinstalling not work? None of that work? Like, is it specifically the city you're playing, or bruh? Just buttercup. What I'm printing on the 3D printer today is this. This specific print is going to be a raven. It's part of a statue raven standing on two skulls that I'm printing for the wifey. I've got the base for the print here, which took me a couple tries to actually get. It seems surprisingly easy. It came as two pieces in the STL files. I tried to print them separately and it did not cooperate one bit. The top or the bottom printed okay, the top failed 3 times on me. So I ended up just doing this. But so, like I said, I'm printing the Raven now. It's also being printed in black. And then the skulls I'm going to print in white. Also, before I started the stream, I whipped up this little stencil here for a buddy of mine's local band. He was trying to do some stenciling with a paper stencil, basically marking the crates that they're carrying their gear in. And he did not like how that was coming out, so he asked me to make this for him. It'd do him up pretty nice. here. Houses in there. What about that side? How are these doing? 42, 52, 57, 52. Size of that one, that's gonna be like 50 or 60. Yeah. Little things there. Yeah. What? That's You have work. Oh, yeah, those two. We might end up redoing this area. That looked good. No? Volume is dropping, which means we'll be able to start putting in some more housing here soon. Yay! negatively affecting it. Because you have to first and then use it. I got no work. Is what super quiet? Oh, was I not talking loud enough? Oh, are you not hearing the in-game music and shit? I mean, I do have that turned down a little bit low on purpose. That's just meant to be like background noise. What do you think of the print cam? I mean, that is playing pretty low volume too. Oh, and here's that stencil that I sent you the picture of. This this is the base for the Raven that's printing. So obviously this I did have to 3D model, but he sent me a JPEG and I converted the JPEG to STL. That's all I did for that. So that was easy. And that I found a website where you can just upload the file you want to convert and then download the converted file. Upload the file to the website, select your parameters, and get your file. What I'm printing right now is a Raven. Add. Gotta love the ad breaks. How's our unemployment? The correct direction. Think how we doing? Oh, water level is still going up because we have just started flooding into that. You're at the white line. Oh, not quite. Yeah. I think it's gonna work. Dickie, are you back? Are you still in the stream? Okay, cool. So you've got the urn's going to be a tractor. That's fitting for the old man. Do you have like an STL file for the tractor? Okay. Do you have like a rough idea or sketch of what you want for the rest of it? Okay. I might, like I said, I'm learning FreeCAD. Blender kind of intimidated me. That being said, I have Blender and I've got FreeCAD. So I've got, this is gonna take and then give that more room to. But like I can come up with some basic shaped parts at the very least right now. Any sort of high detail is not going to be a thing from at least out of my work at this point in time. Right now, what I'm printing is just something cool that I found off of one of the STL sites. That do I know how to merge STLs? I can load multiple STLs into one print. Reality print. Because I can just throw it. Yeah, so if you've got two things, like if you've got the tractor, and is it a box that the tractor goes in with a lid, or is it just I didn't really fully understand. I'm sure I'll understand as I see the concept, as I see the files and shit that you come up with. But yeah, if they'll both fit in the bed, then I can merge them and print them all at once, or we can print them separately. Okay. Right on. I'm going to go take a closer look at that. I want to see so much in the camera. Might have messed up one of the wing tips. Might have had it too low on the bed. Too low, too close to the bed. Okay. Yeah, so for the record, I had this print at a 45 on the print bed, and that was almost corner to corner. Yeah, we can. So, like, if you got it all as one STL file, we can split each STL file piece, into multiple parts to print that way too. 220 millimeter by 220 millimeter by 240 millimeter. So it's about 8.5 by 8.5 by 9.5 inches. That's not too bad. This print that I'm doing right now is going to be 3 pieces. Well, I could have printed it all as one, but the skulls that go in between the base and the raven, I'm going to print in white. This I printed in 2 pieces because I wasn't sure how to properly support. On this print, see, on Goku, I use just the normal default auto supports, which are very sloppy, and I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but his back's all kind of roughed up as a result. This Raven, yeah, but you know, very first project, didn't know what I was doing. I'm glad it came out at all with only one fail on Goku from trying to print with no supports. The Raven, I actually learned how to go in and set it to where when you slice the STL file, it will auto-generate supports. And I have, instead of using the normal supports, I'm using what's called slim trees, where it's basically making organic tree trunk and branch shaped supports that are going to reach out from the stuff that's unsupported at the top, like his beak and his feet and all that. It's basically going to have trees of support that wrap around to support it, rather than supporting it to itself, which became a mess to clean up around, like through Goku's hair and shit. So yeah, I'm learning. I've been watching YouTube tutorials. And in the future, I may actually, like, I did that stencil for free. It was 34 cents worth of filament and 50 minutes of print time. So I mean, it would have been, I would have probably charged about $2.50, something like that, for a stencil like that. $2 to $3 for a stencil like that, generally. But I'm just gonna give it to him. But you know, as I learn how to do this more, and yeah, might start posting on. Yeah, but I think about $2 to $3. What do you think about $2 to $3 be a fair price for a stencil like this? It's 5mm thick. I don't remember. It's about I don't remember how long it is. Yeah, fiber's an option too. 9.5 inches long. So by angling it, was able to go longer than the bed, and 4.25 inches height of the cross. But I'm happy with how that came out. Dustin's gonna be really happy with it. He was like, "Oh shit, you're printing it already? Don't make it yet. We didn't come up with a price." I was like, "Dude, it's like nothing. I'll give it to you. I'll give you this one." Even five. Yeah, because I mean, I'm not figuring in. Um, I'm figuring in the print time at $2 an hour for the print time itself. I didn't figure in CAD time, um, which honestly wasn't much. Um, yeah, I feel like with Fiverr, I'm gonna have to work out shipping logistics more commonly than saying, "Hey, I'm a local pickup 3D print service on Marketplace." But Fiverr is an option. Um, see if it's not too big for Discord to let you. If not, I will DM you my email. Should have it. I haven't changed it. Oh, yeah, there it went through. But there's my email if you ever need it. I'm not going to pull that up and look at it right now because it'll screw up the camera. So is the tractor itself going to be the urn? Okay. The tractor is not the urn. So the tractor is going in a box that is going to be the urn, and your old man's ashes are going to be the soil for the field within the box in like a diorama kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm picturing in my head right now, since the tractor itself is not the urn. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to have a box with just like a square box with a lid that's got like a field on it that you might have to paint. Um, and then tractor sitting on the lid. Okay. So that's not too bad at all. What are the dimensions you're thinking for the box? And do you want it all painted in that or printed in that green? Or do you want me to run some of the white, do part of it in white so you can paint it? You have a full school of white now, too. Speaking of school, how am I doing? There, but God. Hmm. I don't know if we can do 11 inches wide. And even on its side, I can only go up to about 9. Yeah, we'd have to print it in half and glue it together. Kind of rough, but that's where maybe we should have gotten the Pro. Spent a little more and gotten the Pro for a bigger bed. Spot. Huge difference opening that up. That's got to fill up before this will rise any higher. Taking a minute. Hello, knock on door. Come in. Ah. Now the next part's being made. Here's the part I was making yesterday.
Yes.
That's the one that you saw me printing yesterday. Yep. And then I got to change the filament to a different color to print the third part. Mm-hmm. Now I got to glue it all together. Yep. Sticky, what if we printed the tractor separately and glued it to the field lid? Yep, and today I'm printing the second part. If I have time, I might be able to. Is that the reason you came in? The reason you came back here? Yeah, you just wanted to see if the printer was doing anything? Yeah, okay. What, so it sinks down into it? We could do that, or we could just make the bottoms of the wheels flat to adhere to a flat surface to give that appearance. Both are options. No, I mean like have flat spots where the on the bottoms of the wheels and flat spots on the. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do the field. That's going to be that's going to be interesting. Yeah. Um, we'll get Sweetcoon talking. He might be able to help. He did finally accept my friend request and hasn't rejoined the Discord. Hasn't been in any of the streams that I'm aware of. Uh, that being said, Sweetcoon, Prismatic Champion, if you're in the chat, say hi. Yeah, I know he's a good 3D modeler. He might be able to help, but I just haven't been able to get a hold of him in so long. Yeah, I know you're not in too big a rush and would rather have it done well than done quick. Rebuild option. I think I want to figure out a way to get some connections through here. On I have to do. That. Supposed to be tunnel. Ah, it did not like what I was doing, apparently. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Probably gonna cost you a bit, but should get a decent file. Probably better work than what I'd be able to do. Ad breaks coming in decent. You're back already? Wow, there's still like a minute left of the ad break. Crazy. But yeah, that them taking forever to write back. That sucks. Oh, autosave's off. Lost everything. Why is autosave off? Well, that's annoying. Why was autosave off? Thought I had it on the last time I played. Dave's turned it off. Maybe an update reset it. Back to here, I guess. Moving that. Buttons all over the place. There. Put that back. Eastern instead of standard. That's the space it's going to actually be willing to fill up. Rid of that back. You there. Move it, Mom. Yep, you there. Hey, points. Oh, cool. Getting those pop-ups are hidden behind my camera. Cool. Line tool. iPad. Oh. Hmm. Don't like it. Biggest oof is the lost time in filling up the lake. Things on there. All those people are stuck in the middle now. Oh, they're going to get out of there anyway. Oh, that guy almost got hit. Yeah, like I said, I think when the game updated, it reset the setting, and I didn't notice because normally I have it on. But I think we're gonna go a different route. So, around the back side of the cemetery there. So, Henry, have you heard about an upcoming game slated for next year called Animo? Also, here's the Gen 1 fan brackets that I made. Have not. It's a creature collection Pokemon-esque game. It looks really good. Me and her have applied. These are printed in three pieces and glued together. Um, the spine piece that's holding them together, that they're glued to, is my first CAD design. Animo, two eyes. But me and her have applied for the closed beta. We're supposed to hear something by the 22nd. We're selected. Animo.com. Record, you do not meet the minimum requirements for GPU, if I remember correctly. It tells you the system requirements at the end of the at the end of the registration form. But do you have it yet? That will meet minimum, but not recommended. Recommended is 3080. Oh, uh, and not going to put in crossing here. Take the crossing. but that'll allow them a connection on. Now to improve the flow of this roundabout even more, we're going to, since that now connects all the way around, I'm not worried about perfection on them. But crosswalk ground level, yeah, if I wanted to be all neat and clean with it, it would be a circle, not a sloppy octagon. But I could get a perfect one on this. Didn't bother. Do that over there. That actually does make it look a little bit better. Easter, thank you for the added block term. I'm glad someone knows how to do that. Do you like the 3D printer cam? Oh, I'm sure it is. I can't multitask. The game and talking to chat is about as much multitasking as I can do. Nice. Yes, it is dizzy making. I'm printing. I'm assuming you're talking about the printer dizzy making. But yeah, it's printing a raven. I'm making a statue. I'm printing a statue of a raven standing on a pair of skulls for the wifey. Made this stencil earlier for one of the R's Revenge guys. For his new band. What would the frog be called? We have. I already have a Goku. And I've got the tugboat test print. Dwarf. How is that duh? Where would I have gotten Gorf from? Speaking of sailing, sort of. Oh, of course. We're just gonna spell things backwards. I mean, that's obviously the answer since that's how I got my screen name too. Um, anyway, I lost my train of thought. Crap. Oh, right. Speaking of sailing, somewhat, I saw this short on YouTube where a guy had taken an RC speedboat, a little toy remote control speedboats, and had a fishing line tied to the back of it, and had a little bobber set up on it. And when the bobber went down, he took off. He fired up the boat and took off, and actually caught a bass with an RC boat. Right? No, that's not gonna make me want to get into RC boating or anything like that. Oof. Yeah, it's supposed to get hot here the next few days. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday is when it's supposed to start getting hot here. I just want the rain to stop. Yeah, we're not getting that warm, but we're gonna get 90s. I'm tired of the rain. Everything is so badly flooded. Dude, you can have it. Take all the rain. Bye. Have a good time. Now, the kayaking groups, all the posts I'm seeing are over the last few days are posts about water rescues and people not being able to handle the flooded rivers, which they shouldn't be on in the first place. Uh, yeah, I haven't mowed because I haven't even checked the condition of the backyard, but I am afraid. But yeah, I haven't even mowed. It's too everything's too soft. Can't get the kayak out unless I want to go to a lake. Um, Henry, we do need to at some point go out to the pond and catch a bunch of bluegill to use for catfish bait. We get a good Wednesday. So, like once the river calms down a little bit. I know that's a day that we're usually both off. We can like go to the pond first thing in the morning, catch some bluegill, put them in a bucket, keep them alive in the bucket, take them to the river, and use the bluegill for. Um, I know this week the weather's not going to be conducive. It's going to be raining. I don't know if the river. I think this is the end of the. I think through Wednesday is the end of this rain because then it's supposed to get up in the 90s. I'm not sure what's going on with weather patterns after that though. Um, yeah, we do that. We go out to the river. We find a good spot on the river. Do that with live bluegill. We're liable to catch a 30, 40 pound flathead. All I ask is that you please actually get a fishing license this year. They're $24 this year, 23 or 24. They went up like $1 or $2 this year. I don't remember. They were 22. Now they're either 23 or 24. Haven't been checked yet this year, but I got checked more last year than I ever had. For that, we'll actually have to go to White River, not Eagle Creek. How much longer we got on the print? We got under an hour. 57 minutes left on the print. Get these barbs back in over here. That way, time is fine. Just had more ads. Oh yeah, ad break. Brand. What do I have it set? Yeah, you should get an ad. You should get an ad break every 30 minutes. Is the way it's set up. And I do that. I run that so that when people come in, they don't get an ad as they're coming in. You come right into the stream. I don't. Well, in that case, yeah, in there. Piece? No, we didn't. Oh, we did that there. Job, 32 households, and 14 employees, 48 and 28. They're all about the same. You like the look of you. I think we're going to keep that one on the corner. Kind of preserve the old. $48 minutes. I'm kind of thinking be a little bit more commerce here. Oh yeah? How much they wanting for your CAD file? Yeah, I might not be able to hit their quality, but I'll play around with it for no charge. Use it as a learning experience. Almost perfect. You were one block longer or one block shorter. I mean, really, mainly the lid that needs designed, isn't it? Oh, we're definitely not building anything like that. Yes. Welcome back. Uh, go, new shopping center. Trying to avoid putting too much residential, any residential in this general area here. All this pollution's blowing off that way. Over here is fine. Starting to go. Let's help it a little. Really helped it. That's I think that's a copy paste from his email reply. I don't know. I don't know if I can necessarily call that ridiculous, though. Um, the integration of the tractor for $30, I think, is a little high. Um, when we print, would you like the lid to be in white? Make it like so you can like paint the plowed field. Okay. So I don't know how to tell it to stop and change the filament for color change if we do that as one piece with the tractor. Um, and obviously we didn't get a yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking do the lid and the tractor separate and glue them together. Um, but yeah, you can definitely use some of my white. That's actually why I'm doing this in the three piece print instead of a one piece print because there was a one piece print STL file as well. Um, that was just because I want to do the skulls in white. Raven is already a blackbird, so it can print in black. The Ace black, yeah, but I'm going to use white for the skulls. Is that all for 80? That might not be a bad deal. You may want to just go ahead and go with that. But I need to run to the restroom. So I will be right back. There you go. Get a better view of the print for a bit. You're back. Yeah, haggle them down. Leave that a little bit bigger. Hydrate. Yeah, 33 minutes left on that print. Leave. Clean that up more later. Wasn't there one that I just. Oh, this one all over. Bunch of little ones. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'll at least check out that tractor. If nothing else, we've got that ready to go. Um, we're gonna keep that separate. I could probably, if it fits in the bed, you can probably go ahead and get that part printed. I've got your green here. I'm assuming that's what you want it printed in is the green. And then I'm assuming the box is going to be in the green. And then we'll do the lid in white. building this tunnel here. So they're trying to build a tunnel. Back off. Go. Gives a little extra connectivity in there. Ugh. 27 minutes left on it. There you go. Feet might have messed up a little bit. But hopefully not too bad. Just about all filled up. Village over here. You know, might actually get some blow out of this here soon. I think it's getting close. You in the right direction. Yay. Hey. Move it. Fingers. That, and they can use the sidewalk on Amberwood Street to get the crossing there. Kind of debating on taking our pedestrian road and extending it out. 18 minutes. Right. It is once again increasing. Those to come across just because the intersections are already there. Become a traffic problem, they become a traffic problem, and we'll take them out. A single 6x6. Southwest will give us a 6x6. Thank you. What you have? Gas station right there. Wow. Oh, Yeah. So it's kind of a shopping mall. Got on the print 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Should be recording a time lapse on the frame. Excuse me. Egentar. Oh, I'm sorry for butchering that. Hello. The cute little duck emoji. What are you doing today? Just in time. We got 6 minutes left on this print, on the 3D print. Let's look at how it's doing. It's a Ender 3 V3 KE. Got it Thursday. Camera yesterday. I it's doing all right for me so far. This is a Goku statue that I printed. The worst part on it, can't really see it in camera, but the way I did the supports, it kind of, the back's kind of rough. But I've learned better how to support since printing that. This one I'm using tree support, organic tree support instead of the standard supports. But for someone brand new to 3D printing, right? I printed this for my buddy's band stencil for him to tag their equipment with. And what's on the printer now is a raven, which is going on this base along with two skulls that I'm going to print in white. The raven's going to be how deep this tag. I don't understand the question. What on this? Or on the stencil? 5 millimeter. Right at 5 millimeter thick. This is about as long of a single piece as I can print. I had this at a 45 on the bed to get it this long. And I could have stood it up, but and gotten a little bit longer. Actually, straight up and down. I would have had to do it at 45 vertical to get it any longer. I just did this flat on the bed. Yeah, they're gonna spray paint. You think maybe I should have made more along there? I guess it depends on how close he spray paints it. I just took what he sent me and I just took a picture he sent me and printed it. Made it as big as I could inside my printer. How's our lake doing? That is spilling up nicely over there. It actually just spilled over into this. Oh, the Raven is almost complete. Yeah, if he does a controlled spray, he can get that pretty good. Uh, that and yeah, the I know the print bed's 22 by 22 centimeter on the X and Y, 24 on the Z. I'm going to give it my total length here to you in freedom units. It's 9.5 inches long. Right. He was wanting about 8 to 10 inches long on the length of it. I'd say I nailed that. But that's my first fully custom. Yeah, around 24 centimeters. Yeah, so yeah, I could have just gotten that in on the height of my bed, on the Z height of my bed, my print space. I don't know all the terminology yet. What I'm printing here is just an STL file that I found online that I thought the wife would like. It, I could have sworn it said 26 seconds a minute ago. Now it says 5 minutes. Maybe it said 5 minutes. Maybe it said 6 minutes. Oh well, we got 5 minutes left on the print. Or George doing like, honestly, that unemployment is why I haven't really been expanding the city. Still waiting on this to fill up. Hoping it fills up. I think an elevation here. Yeah, the primary reason we got this printer, I say we because I actually went in with a buddy on it. He was in chat earlier. We were talking about his print. That um, he was the one that came to me and said, "Hey, you want to go in together on a 3D printer, keep it at your place." Um, but we're making a custom urn for his father's ashes. But that's still in the planning phase. Right? You know, I was thinking about getting one for myself anyway. And A, I'm willing to help out with something like that, and B, he said I can be the one to hold on to the 3D printer. Even better, I've already gone out and added the camera on my own. Um, I've just been playing with it, starting to learn FreeCAD. Very, very, very rough with it. Very, very beginner, very new. But I can make a basic part. You can't do anything real fancy yet. Um, for this, I used a website to convert a JPEG to an STL. Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap. I don't know what part of the world you live in. I don't know what the money conversions would be or anything like that. But this one, and this is one of the cheaper ones, set us back $327 for the printer and 2 spools of filament. Then I've gone back. Since then, I've gone back and got another spool of filament and the camera. The camera was $25. The spools are on sale right now for $18 each at Micro Center. It's just basic PLA that we're getting right now. Not fancy filaments or anything like that. Yeah, I mean they definitely. I know they used to start in that range. Got a minute left on that print. Yeah, one thing that I have learned It's, two things that I've learned. One, supports are extremely important. I have failed a few prints. There's a knock on my door. Hello. Okay. Um, you got less than a minute left on your Raven. It's got 30 seconds left. Dinner's ready and the Raven's finishing up. I'd say this is a good point for stream wrapping up. Go ahead and make that nice and big so we can see the end of the print. 20 seconds. I think today I will let the city run for a bit to try to get this lake built up, get this dam running. Five, four, long seconds, 3, 2, there she is. Gonna do it for me for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch or the subscribe button on YouTube on your way out so you don't miss the next one. Later.